there, YouTube. Heir of Carthage here, and without further ado, let's get on with Realm Divide. I know most of you are probably seething with anger and revenge in your minds after the cliffhanger. But never fear, Heir's back, and he's not going to make you wait that long for the action to continue. I decided I'd be nice. So, here's the thing. A lot of you, I say a lot of you, some of you disagree with the way I've handled things, which is fine. You're completely free to do so. I will tell you one thing that I've thought about that I'm going to regret, as far as I can tell. And there's an advantage to having these Ashigaru armies, and there's a disadvantage. Some of you get on me for using them because they're not very powerful, and that's most certainly true. But the upkeep cost is crucial. Like if I mouse over here, you can see the upkeep cost over there in those stats is 66. Whereas if I go, say, just this Kisho Ninja, 242. So if you have these tougher armies, they do cost a lot more. Like let's take a look up here. These Katana Ronin carry 135, so that's a little more economical bang for your buck unit. So I think what I've done wrong here is I've trained probably a few too many Ashigaru and should have intermixed some better troops with it, although I don't want to make armies completely consistent of specialized units. And I think another thing that I've done that is a mistake is mess with these Ikko Ikki Yari Ashigaru. You can see even with 2 chevrons, their reload skill is 10 and their accuracy is 14. That's absolute garbage. They won't do anything. And when I started thinking about that, I actually went and tested it in a custom battle, and it won't do anything. They are absolute crap. So I need to train some of these Ikko Ikki warrior monks, or matchlock warrior monks, if I want to accomplish anything, because the other ones are complete and total dog crap, as I said. So what I'm going to do is start some training. These guys are expensive. They have high upkeep cost, but it will most certainly be worth it. For the time being, I'm going to have to continue with what units I have, though I may want to consider replacing any of these matchlock units with bow units. I know the bow units aren't super fantastic, but they are better than these craptacular Ikko Ikki matchlock units. So let's see what I can do. Ikko Ikki Bow Ashigaru. Of course, these guys are equally sucky. I'm wondering where I got those regular Bow Ashigaru. Oh, it's from the armies that revolted. Wonder if I can train Bow Ronin anywhere near here, because the Bow Ronin would be more helpful. I'm going to train out some more Katana Ronin, just to spread around here soon. Looks like I can train Bow Warrior Monks and Bow Ronin here. Let's see, 760 with upkeep of 135, upkeep of 198, 950. So I'll train out some Bow Ronin and try and spread those around too. But for the time being, we're going to have to make do with what we have. So what I would like to do is, let's see, what army do I have here? This is where I got my Katana troops. This army is not particularly powerful though, just because of the large number of Ashigaru units. We do want to take out the Oda and their allies who are at war with us. This is probably the only major army that they have. I cannot see what's back here, so I cannot tell you. Right now my daimyo has good honor and everything else, so we need to just go ahead and blitz through these provinces and take the fight to the Oda as quickly as possible, because we don't want them to be able to retrain, upgrade, regroup. This is one of my better armies here, just because of this large force of warrior monks. And then I have these bow warrior monks as well, so it'll make this force particularly powerful. Let's go ahead and go take the Oda city here. Auto-resolve that. Alright, and I did not get the option to promote someone to general, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Omi is under my control. Let's go ahead and capture this province from this clan here, the Kitabatake or whatever. Just go ahead and auto-resolve that as well. Now, some of you probably want me to do some fights, and I will. There'll be plenty of fights. There's certain fights where you can actually sometimes auto-resolve and have better results than what would happen otherwise. So that's the only reason why I was trying that. Let's take a look at some of these provinces that are exempted from tax. See, I can't yet remove this province from that exemption, and plus the taxes are on auto-manage right now. So the AI will lift the tax as it becomes available to do so. So for those of you who are asking me, I do have it on auto manage, and that's just so that I don't have to personally micromanage the affairs there, as I don't really feel like doing that at the moment. Let's see, I'm trying to think what I want to do with this army. The Hitano will most certainly come after me. I've got quite a fortress here though, and can hold off a fairly massive attack. Let's see, what does the encampment provide me? I'm going to go ahead and build an encampment here. Yeah, I've got a couple of big fortresses here to help hold off any threats, plus some extra troops in this fortress. So I'm thinking I'm just going to start marching these troops back, and I'll help knock out the Oda faster. And then I'll focus my attention more to the south and on the Shogunate. We'll have to surround him and again keep training some better units. I can eventually train some fire rockets from here as well, so long as my income allows. Which my income is going to be a little bit low for a while, just because we no longer have the trade with the Oda. I currently still have trade with the Takeda, though I expect that will fall apart soon. Looks like the Shimazu are declaring war and calling the Chosokabe and the Hitano against me, neither of which joined them. But I would not be surprised to get to the end of this turn and pretty much find out that every clan in Japan has declared war on us. And it looks like the Chosokabe just loaded up a fleet with a bunch of men on it, which we will go attack, because I'm not going to have their crap landing ships on my shores if there's anything I can do about it. Bring it on, scum buckets. Enlist him. Alright, so you just saw a series of events there. So I no longer have, well yeah, I believe I still have the trade partnership with the Takeda, which is giving me some value there, but I would be able to float without that trade, albeit it wouldn't be pretty. So let's see where that Chosokabe fleet was most likely loading up at. It's probably at Tosa, because that's the only port that I have eyes on. So I would expect the Chosokabe fleet to be coming from that direction, though I hope that I would not be wrong in that assumption. Let's just take a quick look around. Got an enemy there to the south. Let's see if we can move around. Yes, there is the Chosokabe fleet. We're going to wish to attack it. It is quite small, and we can sink that army while it's at sea and make them pay for not having brought a large enough navy, and that is quite a large army. So this will be totally worth our while. I'm definitely going to have to keep paying attention during those turn ends and make sure I catch things like that. Alright, let's begin the deployment of our naval fleet here. I'm going to, for someone who, people are always asking me questions about how you do the controls. Right now I'm going to hold shift, select this, and then hold shift and select this. It'll select all the ships in between. Control allows you to select them one by one, which you'll see me do a lot. But whenever you have a line of units, sometimes it's the easiest way, is the control double click does not work in the naval battles for whatever reason. So here we go. I'm going to put these guys out here. And then I'm going to put my Sengoku Bunes out to the side, as they will make good boarding ships. You can group your units as far as the fleet goes, but I don't really feel the need to at this moment. You can pretty much just click orders and move them as needed. Alright, sorry about that, I got a phone call, but hey, check it out. I found a seagull while I was on the phone. Okay, let's get things back underway here. Like I said, I'd selected my units. Let's just go ahead and move forward. There's no reason to not go on the offensive here. And I might go ahead and just sail my Sengoku Bunes forward. They are pretty quick. I don't know if they're faster than Bokabayas or not, but they have a sail, and they have a decent boarding party on board. You can see that they have 80 men for boarding, if you look down on the unit card. Alright. Once my Bokabayas are in range, I will open up with fire arrows, but I want to make sure I'm well within range. Looks like they have 2 Sengoku Bunes. Okay, my ships are about to open fire, so I'll unleash the fire arrows, see if we can light them babies up. Definitely don't want to do any boarding if the ships do get lit on fire, which it looks like that one, I don't know if it's on fire or not. I don't quite, I mean, it's got some flames there, but you can usually tell when they actually catch fire because they'll really get to burning, which I don't believe those ships are going to. The boarding ships are a lot less easy to burn. I'm going to go ahead and push those ships through, follow up with my medium bunets here. This little Bokabaya is trying to board my Bokabaya. Looks like it immediately routed. It's pretty much to be expected. Oh crap, this Sengoku Bune is getting a hold of my, let's see, I got 10 seconds before I can use the... Sometimes it's good to go ahead and outflank the enemy ships whenever they're trying to board you, and that'll help demoralize them. I'll use the war cry here. That should also help further demoralize the enemy ship here. You can see that that is working for the moment at least. I'll pull my Bokabayas around for another pass and also my Sengoku Bune. It's likely that this Bokabaya will come back from routing, so I'll just go ahead and chase it down. Looks like this ship has routed, which is good. I don't want to lose my medium Bune. And we just have one more Sengoku Bune to deal with. I really wish they could work on the pathfinding a little bit in the naval battles. I mean, you can fix it with a little bit of skill, trying to keep your ships from wrecking into each other, but it'd sure be nice if they could work on the pathfinding, like I said, just a little bit, and try and clean it up where you don't always have stuff like this happening where ships start running into each other. Or sometimes whenever there's a big bungle of ships in online battles, they'll get stuck together and your ship will just be stuck there. Can't really move it. Let's try and light this guy up again with the fire arrows. See here that has got to be unpleasant to be on that boat. But I don't believe these type of boarding ships, like I said, light up very easy. They're probably somewhat resistant to the fire attack. Although it does look like they are about to rout due to damage. Yeah, all my ships are pretty much got this thing. Oh, that stupid Bokabaya came back from routing. And then this one came back from routing as well. Or no, that's the Sengoku Bune. That's the weird thing about naval battles, is you really never understand how it's going to work. Ship will rout, it'll come back. Ship will rout, it'll come back. I mean, it's kind of weird, and it's the same way online too. That's why I don't do a lot of naval battles or show a lot of naval battles, because as much as I think that Shogun 2 is a masterpiece, the naval battles are not, in my opinion. That's probably one of the only downsides I find of this game. Now, they're still kind of fun, but they kind of get annoying after a while just because, well, at least they do for me. I'm not going to speak for other people. Maybe some people like them. They just get annoying for me because they tend to make very little sense. But that's okay. Like I said, maybe it's just because I don't understand them. I'm not really sure. Anyway, that battle's over. Let's head back to the campaign map. Alright, there we are. It's a decisive victory. Oh, and they let that fleet get away and get closer to my shore. How terribly convenient. I love it when the AI does stuff like that. It's completely, absolutely, utterly ridiculous. So that fleet routed closer to my shore somewhere, which is out of my range, which means that it's most likely going to drop its troops during the end of the next turn. So even though I defeated them, yeah, that's ridiculous. Well, let's see. If that fleet ends up dropping its troops, I'm going to be pretty darn pissed. Because, yeah, if it does, then that's probably something else that I wish the CA would address, because that's ridiculous. I just defeated that ship, and it sails right past me on further into my waters, as if in a real battle the Navy that's winning would allow a defeated fleet to sail closer to its shores. I don't know, it's kind of the stuff that just goes beyond me, but it seems like the AI does it all the time because they want to maximize their nuisance factor that they're planning on working, and they do it extremely, extraordinarily well, much to my dismay. But enough whining, let's just go on with what life has dealt me here, and take care of business. This province has already been converted to the Ikko Ikki faith. I will thus, well, it looks like we got a Nanban port here we need to tear down. And we'll build a Jodo Shinsu temple there. Inspire that army. Let's go attack the next province up here in Totomi. I can't quite reach it in one turn, so we'll just simply take it on the next turn. I'll recruit some, just a couple Ashigaru units to help garrison the city. Don't want to spend too much money on those units. You know, again, that's going to just be more upkeep costs that I'm always having to pay. I think I'm going to run and capture this bridge here. Let's see what kind of army I have. Not a real spectacular one. But if I'm able to capture the bridge, it might be better to capture the bridge with this army where I have a little more potent force. And that will cut off that one Oda army from being able to act against me. Let's see. I can reach Iga, however, with this army, so I think that would be the best bet. And then I will take this army and take Issei. So let's go ahead and attack Iga. This looks like it's going to be an easy capture. Kind I like best. Peacefully occupy there, of course, because you can't loot, you can't have any fun or else it ruins your daimyo honor. I don't need this Naginata dojo, I'm going to tear it down to build the temple there. Help convert this province faster and also give me those garrison units. That's one good reason to build those temples, is to have those garrison units. Alright, it looks like I'm going to go ahead and go besiege Issa. I'm not sure what type of force they have down there, though. So I might want to... Ooh, wow, they've got a very large force, in fact. It might be best for me to temporarily retreat, actually, and recruit some better units. Let's see if I can take this general out. Let's hit the recruitment thing here. See if there's any units close by, other than the ninja, which I'm not too particularly interested in. There's not really many good units. These 2 of 2. I guess these Katana Ronin is going to take 3 turns, though, to train them. What a load of crap. It'll take way too long. Nothing closer? Well... Shoot. What do I got? Got Matchlock Monks almost finished. I could bring some of them down here. Get rid of these crappy Matchlock Ashigaru that aren't going to do any good. Maybe I should just go ahead and train bows and spears here, and just so long as I have the numbers, if I can get some unit like the Matchlock Warrior Monks that could help tip the scales in my favor. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wait on that just to be on the safe side of things. Oh yeah, I forgot about my Daimyo's army, which is here. Let's go to the construction real quick, make sure we build that temple before we leave. And then we'll train a couple of units to help garrison the city. And that's mainly just for happiness. Once the thing changes over, I could probably go back and delete a lot of those units. So we'll have North Shinano on the next turn, and Totomi. And then we'll soon capture Issei and Mino. So we should be able to fairly quickly take care of all that. Alright. Oh, I need to... Okay, yeah, I forgot I haven't ended the turn yet. So I'm not really sure where that Chosokabe fleet is. Hopefully they don't... they're not able to land, but I kind of got the feeling that the AI did that on purpose, and that they absolutely want them to land. Ooh, they did not land. I got lucky. And hopefully that Urakami army can't reach my city. Good. I'll use those ninjas to subvert it and keep it stuck there. I'm not overly worried about the Hitano threat there. I'm going to keep my ninjas hidden for the time being.
I know much low-armed warrior monks will strike fear into the heart of...
You're darn right they will, sucker. I'm excited about this. Alright, let's go sink that crappy Chosokabe fleet that should already have been sunk. Absolutely and utterly ridiculous. 8 men left on one boat carrying an entire army. Yeah, nice one. Well, at least I got to keep their boat. Got something out of that. Let's go ahead and repair my fleet here. I think I've still got all the ships that I need. Let's go ahead and use these ninjas to subvert this army. And this is where ninjas will come in handy, because now that army can't move the next turn. Plus, I think that it actually causes a little bit of damage. I could do the same thing to the Hitano here, but there's an enemy Metsuke nearby, and I don't want to reveal those ninja. I'm going to keep them hidden for the time being, because it seems like Metsukes will always screw your ninjas over, so Don't really want to do that. Well, we avoided one invasion fleet. Quartermaster's report. Those matchlock warrior monks, we should probably bring them down towards my army over here where I'm going to need them. I think these 3 should be sufficient. Oh crap, I just dropped all the way